They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kennesaw State's offense will get the first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to throw. It's Meadows. Working that left side now. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskies in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Duff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He caught it! They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kennesaw Wichita State will have to punt this one away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 43, and he took that one back not too far from midfield. Great job by the return team. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
UConn going back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. UConn quick to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys. Lining up to add another.
down with the extra point. They're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Great move. Now he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Key. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass, it's Meadows. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Makes the grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Slithers into space. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
UConn going back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got his man on the right. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Meadows. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They've got the screen set up. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The official says no good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Gets the back moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Give to the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes a handoff and he's going right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Unleashes to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Right down the boulevard. That gets them back to within 10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UConn going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On the ground, it's Duck. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. UConn quick to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Finding open areas.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Duck. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes! And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. To the air on first down. Fire into the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Gonna run it, it's Duff. Got enough for the first down. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, he wants it all. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UConn! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to USC. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Meadows. Setting up the screen. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He makes the grab. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Spins away from the defense.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Meadows. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. UConn quick to the line. They'll run play action. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Gives it on the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Absolutely perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UConn going back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's key. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. UConn quick to the line. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Duck. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Husky. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point in the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 13 over Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. To the air, it's Meadows. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's stuffed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. Smashes ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And the Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wants to throw again. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Rushes on him. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. This offense has it with really good field position. Rides the back and leaves it. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wants to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. He wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Huskies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Selvia. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 35, he's open. Smashes through the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
But what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And the point after is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is in the air. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Makes it past the marker. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Find some fresh air. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Going to swing it on second down. And they can't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This UConn offense really has it going. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He's got it down the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 25 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
58, Kennesaw State, 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, it's Meadows. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.